Well, joining us now to talk about the U.S. economy in light of the Iran conflict is Bank of America Chairman and CEO Brian Moynihan. Brian, welcome back to Special Report.
Brett, it's good to be here. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir. We are looking at the economy, and you hear what the administration says, but you all obviously have a unique view, as we've talked about many times, where things sit. How do you see it?
Let me give you two views. One, our research team, which is one of the best in the world, believes that the U.S. economy will grow this year, 26, about 2.1%. Now, they brought that down about 0.5% due to the war and the prices of oil and gas and things like that. But they did move it down, but it's still a positive growth rate, and they expect it then to grow a like amount or better next year. They say inflation will be a little higher just because of the prices coming through from not only oil and gas directly, but also the products produced by oil and gas. Now, that being said, when we look at our customer base and what they did in the first quarter of 2026, the consumers spent 5% more money in the first quarter of 26 than they spent last year's first quarter. And if you look at what they spent it was on things that are consistent with them being employed, earning more money, and so they're doing very well. And then their credit quality is very strong, too. So that is a leading indicator of what looks ahead, because consumer spending money means the U.S. economy is in good shape. And then we talk to our commercial customers. They're all in pretty good shape. They're making money. They're starting to benefit by the potential bonus depreciation for equipment they deploy.
To your point, you announced earnings on Wednesday, and if you look at those numbers, it seems like it's pretty healthy client activity, and you see positive signs in this.
Yeah, we made about $8.6 billion after tax, a good return on tangible common equity, 16%. But in there, we're going to reflect our customers, which reflected good loan growth, good deposit growth, good capital markets activity, good consumer activity. And so as of the first quarter, the American economy is in good shape, and our experts predict it to stay in pretty good shape.
The IMF obviously came out and they had a prediction of a severe scenario if the Iran war continues. I want to flash back to when I had you on last year about this time, about the state of the economy.
The economy is in reasonable shape, but our economists have lowered their growth assumptions by 1% this year, 1.25%, and about 1% off of next year, and basically have put in 0.5% to 1% growth, which is far different than they had 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and that's largely due to the uncertainty around how the tariffs will break. If it solves quickly, I think the U.S. economy will be fine.
So when you look back at that and the concern about tariffs, now you look at the concern about the war in the Middle East, how do you balance all of that, how it's panned out?
So from that time to prior to the beginning of the conflict in the Middle East, they'd taken their economic growth rate projections for 26 up by a whole percentage point. They've only brought 0.5 point of that back out. So they still are predicting faster than they would have predicted last year at this time. They had been in the low ones, now they're in the low twos. And so that's constructive. I think when they look ahead, there's an assumption that they think the conflict resolves itself over the next several weeks. There's a lingering effect of prices because the clothing, the plastics, the aluminum, the inputs that come out, and the restoration of the supply chain of oil and gas and repairing the facilities would take some time. But the world is adjusted to $100 oil. The biggest risk is if it goes on too long, will the availability of petroleum-related products really be constrained? And that's the one that they would say is more of a difficult one to predict.
We're going to follow it all. We're getting ready for this big anniversary, the America 250. Your company, Bank of America, is doing a lot to commemorate this. Put up the list. You're doing a big gift, $5 million to the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library. You've got a partnership with the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery and an assessment and conservation of some 110 presidential portraits, stepping up, I guess, for the celebration.
Look, our job is to help America celebrate this wonderful anniversary. And so I know that President Roosevelt is near and dear to your heart. You wrote a nice book about him. He was a unique individual. So we're proud, working with Governor Burgum when he was governor, now Secretary Burgum, to help contribute to this museum. And we've done a $5 million contribution to really help shore up the ability back then to get the museum built and now to open it up. On the Smithsonian, the president portraits, we have found around the world that a lot of these museums don't have the money to preserve these wonderful works of art, in this case, historical, important works of art. And so there's 110 portraits that have never been touched that have to be cleaned up and restored or else they'll start to really deteriorate. And so we are proud to do that.
That's fantastic. Another thing that's near and dear to my heart is golf. And obviously watched the Masters and saw your ad, Golf With Us, about these kids. It was fantastic. And that program, I'm understanding, has really taken off with a lot of kids signing up after this ad.
Golf With Us was built on an ability to give access to golf courses to kids who might otherwise get access. So last year, when we stepped into the champion sponsorship with Augusta National for the Masters tournament, as we thought about what we were trying to accomplish, we wanted to bring golf out to more places. By putting those ads up, we end up signing 27,000 people over the weekend for Golf With Us, net new people, and our goal is to get to 250,000 net total golfers by the end of the season, who then will get access to municipal courses, about 2,000 plus of them around the country, for $5. One thing you may not know, Brett, is that Rory gave back his fee to have his appearance in that commercial to the program and bought 80,000 rounds of golf for those kids with his fee instead of taking his fee for the commercial for last year. So it was a great effort, a great gesture by Rory McIlroy, a true champion of the sport of golf, by giving those rounds out.
That's fantastic, and it was a great Masters. Brian, it's always a pleasure to have you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Brett.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.